And Mind Crypto here. I hope we're all having a wonderful day. Please remember, I'm not a financial advisor and none of this is financial advice. And none of the information provided in this video should ever be seen or taken as a signal to buy or to sell. But first and foremost, we look at these crypto bubbles. And as we can see, it's looking a bit better today. Quant ranked 74, and we're still under that 1 billion market cap of 927 million. So seeing a little bit more volume in there, because the last 24 hours we've seen just over 20 millions worth of volume. Currently sitting at $76.84, which is great because it's lifted, and we like to see that because we've seen in the last hour it's increased by 0.7%, 2% in the day, 6% this week, which is absolutely great. The market's looking a little bit better. We've seen some inflow, which is great. Now, if we move over to the quant exchange reserves, as we can see on spot exchanges now, look at this big dipper. So there has been some moves off of the exchanges into some private wallets. So looking good. Remember, not your keys, not your crypto. So if you do hold your quant on exchanges, get it off. Let's help with the situation, because as we can see, we have dropped down to 242,000. Now, the lowest I've seen it at present this year is 233,000, which is an all-time low. Never seen it that low before. So let's hope if we keep moving in the right direction, we see more of this big dipper, which is what we always want to see. Now, if we look at the overall exchanges, that's also declining, as we can see from this here, from June the 27th, we're looking down here, we can see that 1.556 million still on the overall exchanges, which includes those derivatives. Now, today, the subject, we're going to talk again a bit more about APIs. Now, I see this from Sebastian. We read a lot about APIs being the holy interoperability grail between legacy systems and blockchains, but what are they exactly? Let's dive into the matter, and specifically Quant Network's Overledger, because Overledger is a blockchain agnostic, basically meaning it can work pretty much with anything. So agnostic API gateways that allow developers to connect multiple DLTs or blockchains through standardized interface. Look at it as almost a universal translator for blockchains, making it easier for developers to build applications that can interact with multiple blockchain networks. So that can be literally anything. With Overledger, one can issue, connect, and monitor assets on any blockchain without needing expertise in each blockchain-specific technology. The Overledger API provides a range of functionalities, including multi-chain interoperability. So Overledger's APIs enable seamless data and value transfer across various blockchain networks, cross-chain transactions, we've got smart contract execution, we've got scalability and performance, meaning Overledger's APIs are designed to improve scalability and performance by leveraging the unique capabilities of each blockchain network. Then we've got security and compliance. Overledger provides tools and protocols ensuring application security and compliance, which is really, really important when bringing on LeGaCy. It creates this layer of security, which also fits in with the compliance. This is why I think Overledger is so important. Now, to get started with Overledger, one can explore the Overledger Developer Hub, which provides comprehensive documentation, SDKs, and code samples to help developers get up to speed very quickly. The Overledger API supports popular programming languages like JavaScript, Python, and Java, making it accessible to a wide range of developers within the space, all in accordance with Quant Network's principles, making blockchain simple, trusted, and future-proof. So there you have it. APIs will be the oil for future financial systems, and Quant Network is set to provide a pivotal role within that. So he says here, act accordingly. And as we can see, these info diagrams there. Now, I also see this from Construction Trader ETH. Andrea Panaccia, head of banking at LeGaCy Payments. Now, we all know the link between Quant and LeGaCy, because remember, it's LeGaCy Payments who uses Overledger as their API gateway. So let's have a listen to Andrea here.
You mentioned instant payments. What do you think has been the biggest impact of instant payments on PSPs? What's been the impact, do you think?
Well, instant payment, as I said, is a very important change. It will affect the end-to-end value chain of payments. Of course, let's think in a nutshell that the customer clients want to in some way have the same level of security, easiness that he has now with the card payments. So it's a big change. It's a big change for the banks. And there are some challenges and opportunities in this. The first challenge, of course, is to be compliant with the rules. The availability of instant payments on every channel of the bank is a challenge. The evolution of sanction screening, the introduction, for example, of verification of pay. These are some examples of what the bank will have to do to be compliant. Secondly, I think there is a second challenge for banks, that is to assess their readiness and their capabilities facing the increase of volumes that is expected. We know that many banks in this moment are doing this kind of considerations. They are assessing their systems, and sometimes they are thinking about evolving or reinforcing their systems. But the most important challenge, and we discussed it during these days, is how to integrate instant payments into the product range. It is necessary to create value for our customers, of course, but even to create value for financial institutions. So this is an important matter of profitability. But this is even an opportunity, because a lot of talking about instant payments, and there is a lot of interest. So this is the moment to accelerate transformation programs. It's an opportunity sometimes even to start new transformation programs. And in Nexi Payment, we think that software as a service is a model that can help, especially tier 2 banks, to face with these kind of changes. And of course, we offer this kind of model that we think matches very well in this moment the needs of the financial institutions.
Really interesting insight. You've identified some of the challenges, but also the opportunities as well on the flip side of the coin. So Andrea, looking forward as best we can, what do you think financial institutions need to consider in terms of future payments and instant payments effectively?
Well, banks in this moment have to make a difficult balance between ordinary evolution on one side of their platforms and these transformation programs to face with changes in the market. As Nexi, we are used to assist our clients and to help our clients in this kind of transformations. We have a proved experience. We are global by scale and local by nature, so we can help them in the best way. We are in a unique position. We think that software as a service, in this case for banking payment hub, that is one of our offer, is the best solution, because it's very flexible, it's modular, enables banks in a step-by-step approach, preserving at the same time the investments that banks did in their past. And we think that having a future-proof technology, cloud-based with API and microservices, can habilitate inside banks a very modular and flexible approach. This is what we do with our clients, and we think this is the best solution for them. And of course, we are ready to help the financial institution in this difficult path.
So you heard it there, API is part of their solution. Now we see here where D'Amelio said, where can I see Nexi uses Quant? And we can see here from Construction Trader ETH, he supplies that information. We can see Nexi is actually on Quant's website, as leverages Overledger, the world's first blockchain agnostic API gateway in your own solutions, which is really, really important. We also see this. So listen to this, the importance of API. Everything seems, in my opinion, to run through an API, which equals, in my opinion, Overledger. And we're talking about all the money. So let's have a listen to this.
Currencies, or CBDCs, are digital forms of cash. Many central banks are exploring the use of CBDCs to buy goods and services in shops and online. Project Rosalind from the BIS Innovation Hub London Centre and the Bank of England is testing how APIs could enable retail CBDC payments and support innovation. The project builds a prototype of this API. APIs define how systems should talk to each other. The prototype connects central bank ledgers with private sector service providers. It experiments with API functionalities that would enable providers to develop applications. These applications would help individuals and businesses to manage their CBDC balances with the central bank and make payments to each other in shops and online. Working with collaborators from the public and private sectors, the project explored many CBDC use cases. Some use cases tested integration with existing payment systems, some tried new ways to make payments, and some tested applications with emerging technology. The project explored how the API prototype could support private sector programmability. For example, after placing an order, a customer could agree to put away a certain amount of CBDCs so that a merchant could have certainty that the customer will be able to pay. Programmability could also allow payments to be triggered when agreed conditions are met, so that consumers would only be charged when their orders are delivered. The project also tested a privacy model that would not give the central bank access to users' personal data. The Rosalind experiment shows that the API prototype could support many different use cases and could work with different central bank ledger technologies. It could connect the central bank, service providers, individuals and businesses to create an ecosystem. New ways to make payments could be added as the ecosystem continues to innovate. Project Rosalind, building API prototypes for retail CBDC ecosystem innovation.
Well, you heard it right there. API prototypes for retail CBDC ecosystems. And I'm going to leave you there. APIs, all the money. There you go, guys. Please subscribe. Please hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any further videos. All the best. And I'll catch you later.